Okay, I ask everyone to interview this. If you were stuck on a deserted island with only one album for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
I guess it'd be Sarah McLachlan, Fumbling Towards Ecstasy.
Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah, Sarah McLachlan. She's
interesting
awesome.
choice.
Awesome. What's up, BuzzNet? Stay metal.
Hey everyone, this is the Reaper here with Phil from All That Remains. How are you doing, Phil?
Good.
Have you enjoyed this tour so far?
The tour has been extremely fun. Yeah, we toured with As I Lay Dying in 2005, right before we did Sounds of the Underground the first time. We did another big, long 6-week tour with them, and As I Lay Dying, everyone in the band is amazingly cool dudes. They're all really nice guys, so it's cool to go out with a band that not only is relevant and you know, is putting on a good show, but it's also really good dudes and fun to be around. So.
Alright, let's take a trip back in time for a second. You were the original vocalist for Shadows Fall.
Yes. And
shortly after recording Somber Eyes to the Sky, you left the band.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they asked me to leave. Brian became available. They were looking for, like when I went, I actually did a tryout with Shad. They were like, you know, can you do some stuff like Brian from Overcast, and you know, they were talking about him, and they were looking for someone that had that kind of style. So when Overcast broke up and he became full-time available, they were like, hey, we want to get you in the band. And they were like, sorry, guy. And he was like, all right, cool. You know, we'd already started writing stuff for All That Remains, so it was not a big deal at all.
Keep in touch with the Shadows Fall guys?
Yeah, I mean, if we're in town at the same time, I mean, we did like a week of shows with them in September. We did like a week and a half or something like that. Did co-headliners, and you know, if we're in town and they're in town, we try and get together and hang out and drink and stuff. But we're both gone so much. I'm sure we'll get together, you know, sometime in December or January. Sometime we'll be like, hey, you know, going to the bar or whatever. And Matt and John live like 15 minutes from me, so it's not that far at all.
So how did All That Remains come about during those years?
I just started writing. I wanted to play guitar in a band. I played guitar in a band. That's like how I first got into bands. And so I was just looking to go ahead and write and play in bands, play guitar. And it just so happened that when they asked me to leave, I had already had, you know, 3 songs that I had already had stuff for that, you know, I was really into. So it was kind of just a matter of fleshing out the other few members of the band that I was looking for. So we had a drummer, we had a guitar player, we had a bass player. We were really just looking for one more dude, you know. So
Oli was Mike's guitar teacher, right?
Yes.
And Mike recruited Oli to be in the band. Was Oli into metal, or was he just
yeah. Ollie's probably the biggest metalhead in the band. Him and like when Oli was growing up, Oli listened to a lot of progressive metal, a lot of he was a big Alex Skolnick and Testament fan, and you know, he liked stuff like Marty Friedman and really progressive, you know, a lot of fusion style players. You know, he was really into the big orchestrated metal, European progressive metal things.
Did you know that he would be your full-time guitarist when you originally hired him?
Well, when we got him, we were looking for someone to be the lead guitar player. I mean, we had a guitar player at the time that, while he was a good lead guitar player, he wasn't all that great of a rhythm guitar player, and that's why he's not in the band now. But I mean, really, Oli was, we wanted to have the ability to have 2 guitar players going back and forth, you know, doing solos, you know, swapping solos and stuff. We do on the Fall of Ideals, and we do some on Darkened stuff, and we do some on our first record. But we always wanted to have 2 guitar players that could solo, and not just have one guy that always did rhythms and then a guy that did solos.
Yeah.
Right? We want to have competent
dueling solos.
Exactly.